got everything open. BrianToofab.com. Pleasure to meet both of you. Really, really enjoyed this movie. I think it's going to creep a lot of people out.
I guess it's good.
Yes. But for you, I guess, what were the biggest challenges when it comes to adapting a book like All Things Cease to Appear?
Well, it's a very epic book. So we would have did a limited series or not so limited series to really tell the whole story. So the first challenge was just figuring out how we could honor the book and the message in the book and the characters, and not, what we could include and not include in a movie. So that was quite a long process.
And then
I know,
how can we get 4 seasons that we need? What would be the perfect window to film this movie? We know the Hudson Valley very well and know the drama of the seasons changing. And so, just getting everything to fit into the right window.
No, I think you guys picked and chose well, and it still comes across very, very well. But, this is your first horror feature. Just how was that different for both of you? And did you maybe have films that inspired what we see here?
Definitely. We're both huge fans of I would say I like horror, but I like character-based scary movies like Don't Look Now and Rosemary's Baby and What Lies Beneath. Those were movies that really inspired us. And we always wanted to make one of them, but couldn't find the right piece of material until Bob happened to read about All Things Cease to Appear in our local newspaper upstate and said, "Oh, this sounds like a cool book. Let me read it." And that's how it started.
Do you want to add anything?
What was the question? I forgot.
Just how was it working on your first horror feature? And
okay.
Were there maybe other films you looked to for inspiration?
I was so caught up in Shari's.
Yeah, of course, man.
Just captivated.
Like Shari said, it really comes from character for us, whether or not we respond to something. And it is a genre we've always loved and always talked about wanting to work in. But the characters were just so rich in the novel.
Yeah.
And when the characters are rich, it's the same process. It's not that different.
I mean, for us, what again, it's all about making everything feel truthful and all the drama of the relationships feel real, and then all the scares kind of are the layer on top of that. And we worked with visual effects. We worked with a real vulture, a couple of real vultures. That was different. I'd never actually worked with a vulture before.
A little outside the comfort zone.
It was cool. They were actually very good actors, but it was really creepy that the way they got the vultures to do what you want them to do is by giving them they will not eat anything alive. So they had to give them recently deceased chickens.
Chicks.
It was gross. It was gross.
And my last question I had for you, I haven't read the book, but from what I can tell, the ending is very different. Just how did you maybe decide on how you would finish telling this story?
I don't think the ending is very different, although it is, the timing is condensed. And in the book, George ages, and in our story, he doesn't. So we kind of truncated it. But I think, we wanted it to feel very immediate,
and we also
cathartic.
We tried to figure out a visual cinematic way of sort of giving the same message that Elizabeth did in a beautiful literary way.
All right. Well, thank you both for your time. Like I said, enjoyed the film and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
So much.
So nice to meet you.
Bye.